Guys, welcome back to Luke and Lewis. We've got a very special guest. Welcome back to the show, Friendlyjordies.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
Welcome. Now, last time you did this show, Jordan, you fell asleep during the episode a few times, and
he's already getting into the position.
Getting the groove.
Yeah, you're now you've been on the second time. You're like, well, I don't even have to try this episode. So what I've organised for you, mate, is I've actually gone out and I've gotten you just a coffee just to start things off.
Yep.
Thank God. Jesus.
So and at any point, if
I like how it's not out of courtesy. This is just
no, this
out of necessity.
This is not a nice thing. This is just to keep you awake. Soy milk, because I know how you lefties are. Now, obviously, you're here. You're campaigning for Labor to win the election. That's why you're here in Melbourne.
yeah, sure. That's it.
Yes. We rock.
Selling shows, tickets available, extra show extended.
When is the extra
I don't
show?
think we need to campaign in this fucking socialist paradise, do we?
No, not in Melbourne. You should be campaigning elsewhere. Melbourne's like, we already know what's going to happen. So
what's the point of it? Just save the money.
Yeah.
Everyone knows where the seats are going to go here. You know, just let South Australia... You know what, actually, in this election, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, sit it out. We know how you're going to vote. Just it's basically just a South Australia state election part 2.
yeah,
I did see the Greens like a billboard for the guy. I don't know what his name is, but like he just looks like Dan Andrews if he recycled more. Like that's literally it. Have you seen the guy? I looked at the billboard and I was like,
talking about at a band or...
Yeah, that'd be him.
yeah. Yeah, that's the name.
That guy.
Yeah, dude.
Go on.
We rolled into Jordan's house this morning, right? Well, not house, like
Where he's
hotel
staying.
or whatever. Pick him up every year. Same dance we do. Call him, hey man, I'm out front. He picks up. I'm clearly his alarm. Right?
And I denied it as well.
Yeah. He goes, no, my alarm is my alarm. I was like, okay. And then he goes, I'm like, how are you? I'm sleepy. And I'm like,
I was.
And then I go, give me 2 minutes. I need to put on pants. Comes out wearing pants. Congratulations.
That's good.
Pretty sure
Hey,
you're
thanks,
dressed
man.
the same as last year. You're like the Mark Zuckerberg of podcast guests.
Yeah.
This is
Slash
absolutely.
retiree.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu. You're falling asleep on that couch.
I popped into your show last night. You're 100% wearing the same outfit from last night. You performed in this for an hour.
Tell everyone.
You absolutely did.
Come on.
That's a hot roast.
And I will be wearing it tonight as well. You know?
You won't be changing after
I'm
this.
Bart Simpson. I've got one change.
Yeah.
That's all. You know what? Because I've just figured this out. What the fuck is the point of like bothering? Why?
Are you
Why
one
do
of
you care?
those like?
I'm a big fan of bothering.
But he loves a bother.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah.
But are you one of those like Mark Zuckerberg type people that's like, that's one less decision a day I have to make? Or is it not even that? It's like, I hate doing washing. It's a bit of both. What is it?
Both.
I was going to go with the Zuckerberg answer, but if I'm honest, it's 50-50. Like,
Yeah.
really, it is.
Yeah. It
One
looks
less
good.
decision, one less chore.
Let's go. So you've been a busy boy since you were last here
Yes.
in the courts.
Yes, I have. And probably should have said this beforehand, but I'm not allowed to mention that at all.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay.
that takes out about
Mention what?
70% of the podcast?
Mention what?
Yeah.
Fuck. Start scrubbing shit out. Get the eraser.
Yeah.
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 Great.
I
Well,
wish I could.
Yeah, I know.
I wish I could devolve, and I'll let you boys know if you're interested.
Yeah.
Off air.
Okay, great. And then if we mention a few things in another episode, that'll still get you in trouble.
No, Christ, no. Do what you want. That's at that point, you're just basically
We're going to just
Paul
turn...
Murray on Sky News being like, here's my spin, right?
Yeah.
Hearsay and rumor.
Who's Paul Murray?
We can just next week...
I don't know who that guy is. Who is anyone on Sky News? I feel like everyone on Sky News is honestly like my dad's friend. You know?
The only time I've ever seen Sky News is whenever you're on a Qantas flight, all the little screens fold down like it's a grade 6 school excursion, and everyone watches like every 3 seats get their own little Sky News fix, and
They
they just
all play
run it
Sky.
on mute with subtitles for the whole flight.
Yeah.
Just to remind people like you are rich and white. All right.
Yeah.
Enjoy Perth.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
If any like poor person managed to scrounge up enough money for a Qantas ticket and then they saw the Sky News thing pop down, I reckon you would honestly think it's just a pun. Like, oh, this is like a news program they play just on planes. Sky News, I get it, very good.
Yeah.
And then they get off that flight and they're like, you know what, maybe we should get rid of immigrants actually. Why do I think that actually? What's happened to me? I've just been brainwashed. If you take a flight to Perth.
It's on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mute. That was the weirdest thing. Like, no volume at all. You just see, like, Chris Kenny's red face going, I hate the chaser.
I don't know who that is.
Jordan got around that one.
I just don't know who Chris Kenny is.
Yeah.
You guys
Just
could, like...
perfectly spherical head. That is his biggest accomplishment
Just
in
a
life.
ball.
Yeah.
A ball.
An orb.
Like, a ball. Like, is his head just...
He looks like he's an extremely knowledgeable man.
Yeah.
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 Like a wizard would love to ponder his skull. It's like an orb.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, nice.
Not ringing any bells? No. Okay.
Am I rich or 60? No, neither of those things. So therefore, I have no idea.
Unfortunately...
Isn't it pathetic that I live in this world where, like, I am
but you
at
do
your
that.
same age group and just like, surely you know who Chris Kenny is. Come on, like, pick up the game.
ask your racist uncle. He'll love him.
Yeah, but you do this. You know, I do bachelor videos and talk about my cock on stage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jordan,
Yeah, that's all you need.
Game
the
respects
extent
game.
of Luke's research did come down to you being sued, and now we can't talk about it. So that's it. You know, that's all he had, and it's gone.
Yeah, next week though, it's gonna turn into a Super Mario review channel.
Yes.
We'll cut that.
Well, that's your version of talking about the court case, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I saw some of your show.
This is awesome. It's so good.
It's a nice break for you of just like, I reckon I'm just going to come in, talk about absolutely fucking nothing and then fall asleep. Get free coffee.
How much sleep I get.
Yeah.
This podcast.
I was gonna say that, like, some people ask me, like, you're probably the most talked about guest that comes on the show. Like, if I go to a place, like, oh, I saw the episode with Friendlyjordies, I'm like, oh, cool. And they go, what's he like? And I'm just like tired.
Yeah.
Like, lovely, very needs a nap,
But very sleepy.
yeah. And I'm like, and I said to Phil, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's like the only hour he's ever had off. You're a busy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, to be fair to me, that is exactly right. Like, I do just really like coming here, and I'm not sure if you guys are just figments of my subconscious.
It's good to be so beneath your radar that we could be imaginary. You're like, are those boys that I see once a year an actual show, or am I insane?
I am just expecting to get a call being like, dude, we got to do the podcast. Like, I think I'm still asleep now.
All right, well then maybe we'll step it up here, and we've got the coffee, but we might need to bring in some of the big guns here, mate. I brought in a Red Bull.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Crack that one open for you, mate.
Well,
And,
you're the boss. All right.
You know, I'm just trying to do anything we can to keep you going throughout this episode. So if you start to fade again, just let me know, and we can keep switching it up.
Yeah. What's the last one? He's going to pull out a taser. But yeah, on the way here,
Guantanamo coffee.
on the way here, like this is how busy Jordan is, right? I was like, oh, we'll talk about TikTok. I was like, do you tick the talks, right? He's like, I don't know. I look him up on TikTok, uploaded 17 hours ago.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, who's doing that?
Yeah. How about this? While Jordan's performing on stage, right, last night, I saw some of your show because I had to go to another one as well. I filmed you performing to tag you in it, like, oh, I'm seeing Friendlyjordies. It's really good. And then while you're on stage, someone likes and shares that to your story. And I'm looking at you, and you're not on your phone, so I don't know who the fuck is doing that. Did you even knew that happened?
No, I didn't even know you came. Like, I found out just then.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. But
no idea.
It was good. But
That was a good 10 minutes.
It was a good 10 minutes, yeah. I walked in and I had a few laughs, but I had to leave, go to another show. But looked like you were doing really well. But I think my favorite thing was when I walked into your show, I walked in maybe about 10 minutes in, I heard something that I would just never expect to hear at a show. And it was this sentence. It was you saying, after a laugh. And that reminds me of a passage from a very interesting book that I've read recently, which I highly recommend. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the right show. And you said the entire title and then the whole passage. And then the crowd was like, maybe we should read that. Just the most intelligent crowd in the country.
Guys, go for a giggle and a bit of a book recommendation too.
Yeah, right. I actually
picked up where ABC's book club left off. Gap in the market.
On the way,
I wonder I'm getting so many dumpy women in their 40s with curly hair.
Speaking of, on the way home at about midnight, right? Me and Keelan were on a tram together, and then these two boys come up to us, a fan of me, like, "Oh, Lewis, we love you." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I get a photo with them, and I go, "What are you guys doing?" They go, "Oh, we just saw the Friendlyjordies show." And I go, "How was it?" And the two boys go, "It was incredible. It was amazing. It was so good." And then their mum chimes in and goes, "It was terrible. The worst humor. Too offensive."
Yeah.
What did
So
I really don't understand.
What do you say
this is what my audience has evolved into. I'm telling you. It's so bad. It's just a bunch of Reddit nerds that can't get a girlfriend. That's half of them.
Yeah.
I was saying,
It's like I'm offensive to the people that pay for my existence. I'm so...
No, I'm relating a lot with
no, I was
this.
going to say,
Yeah,
I
you
said to you
would,
in the
you
car, Lewis' audience smells like a subreddit.
But we're in different subreddits. Like, you're in like the Ozpol subreddit. I'm more in the incel subreddit, you know?
Right.
Little crossover,
Yeah.
not heaps.
Yeah. Look at this CCTV footage of someone getting smacked by a car.
Yeah.
Like that one.
Yes.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right. Go Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you say that's... Yeah, continue.
Yeah, it's that.
But that's how you know it's a good show. If the people who are enjoying it are having a great time and their mums are hating it, it's a truly good show.
Why?
Because that's what your people want. That's what I always think.
I always hit the
They're
mum
my
market.
people. That's what I'm saying. The mums that just
Yeah.
sit there and be like, this is horrible. I didn't say stop. Why are you here?
But what do you say?
What?
You're not offensive. I don't find you
I
offensive.
pull my cock out on stage.
Okay, well
I
that's
saw that.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's just hot. So like,
Yeah.
used to be a model.
No, I think it's because...
The mums would not complain if you did
Yeah,
that.
but it's turned into a dad dick, you know? Like,
Yeah. And strangely, just the penis was in blackface, which I thought was weird.
Yeah,
Like black cock. It was strange.
I always tell. I've been saying that. Jordan, stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what's the rest of your audience then? So it's
Yeah.
you know.
I'm telling you, it's. I don't know why, but there are a bunch of 40-year-olds there. And I'm just like, I don't know how you know how to use the internet better than me, because I don't know how to use it. I don't know why you're there. Yeah, then there's just the incel crowd. And then, for some reason, oh no, it makes sense actually. There's just like 10% that are these aspirational Paul Keatings. You know, like these absolute alphas.
Young Labor members.
Young Labor members with like some babe next to them.
Yeah.
And they've just got this face on there of just being like, I'm humouring you. I'm a better person than you are. And so you're just sitting there. And I deliberately try not to look at those people because, you know when someone's that alpha that even their presence kind of just like freaks you out? Even though you're like the person on stage.
No, I've never experienced that. No, I guess I must be that person.
Yeah, that's so what.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's this weird rung now of like the lowest echelons of society with like the upper.
Dude, I have
so weird.
a thing that happened in Newcastle. I felt so bad, right? Because I watched this clip back the other day because I'm going to post it. And it was, I just go to this guy at my Newcastle show last year, and he's like maybe 45. Not really my demographic. I get a lot of young people. And I go, oh, hey, man, are you this person's dad? No. I go, oh, I'm like, are you a dad? No. I just keep digging. And I go, oh, are you here with this person? He goes, no, by myself. Right? Then after the show, he's just wearing a T-shirt of yours that we're legally not allowed to mention. And I said in the microphone, I watched the clip back, I cannot believe I said this. It got a laugh, which is wild. I go, oh, guys, that's why you could never see a receding hairline and assume. And then Dude, bro, so mean. I don't even remember saying that. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Very mean.
And this guy was very lovely.
Crowd
and
of
now you're gonna
as well.
But they
just laugh at him.
yeah, young girls go, yeah, what a fucking loser.
Anyone be
he
more
was-
emasculated in the history
He
of
was
humanity.
probably going to be watching this. He was so lovely.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
We
And-
spoke
Good save,
after.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
And you're going like, and was so, I can't believe I said it, so mean. Anyway, I'm about to post it. in case it wasn't seen by enough people.
Just chuck it up on TikTok. No, he's not in the video, but God, it makes me look like an idiot. I think that's why it's funny. Yeah. It's kind of my vibe, man.
Yeah, I did have a look at your merch stand, and obviously there's a few t-shirts that were definitely not there, right? For some reason, can't remember why.
Yep.
But I did me and Keelan noticed that the Clive Palmer t-shirt was still there.
It's still going strong too.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not that weird, is it? Like, he's still spending $80 million on billboards of
Man,
himself.
his
so it's kind of
billboards-
still relevant, I guess.
His billboards are everywhere in Melbourne. Are they everywhere in Sydney where you are?
Yeah.
New
Hey,
South
have they
Wales?
got this one?
Freedom, freedom, freedom.
Yeah.
And then they decided
Never
to
trust
up it.
Liberals or Labor ever again.
Preference Liberals. But then the next one that they've moved, how good is this? He's upped the game. He's figured it out. He's realised maybe I was a bit too vague with freedom, freedom, freedom. I'm going to kick it up for the election, and now I'm seeing billboards that say freedom, 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 and then in big bold text, and more freedom.
Great
I
tactic.
haven't seen that one yet.
Just
Another
in case you were
freedom.
teetering on the edge. You know?
Wow.
I still get texts from, you know, it's funny.
Didn't
Hi.
we get fined heaps of money for doing that?
We used to talk about this on the show once.
Yeah.
Just like, and it was like, tune in to Channel 9 tonight at 7 p.m. We all got this one text
Yeah.
to stage. Did you get that?
No.
Yeah.
But you know why?
You have
But
a Nokia.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if it takes calls.
No.
Yeah, I've called you 3 times this week and I've got 0 answers. Organising today with you fucking sucks.
Service with a smile, yeah.
He's
Jordan, can you just move the mic closer to your face?
So many rules.
Oh, sorry, man. Are you struggling? That's all right.
I bought
Lewis
this on
has just
myself.
hand
All right.
Jordan a V
I
for
just
audio
thought you were
listeners.
slagging a little bit.
So he's now riding 2 energy drinks and a
Jesus.
coffee, and he's barely conscious.
Yeah. Just stepping it up. We started with coffee, Red Bull. We're up to Blue V now, so it's getting crazy.
Can
You
all
know
the-
what though? Like, if I was gonna die from like an overdose, I wouldn't mind you two boys being there. It wouldn't be bad. You know?
not
Be an all right way out.
Yeah, and also then I'm sure we get sued by your 7 staff members afterwards.
Why would you get sued for that? You helped me.
I just feel like they would need
Made the passing easy, you know? Just being like, remember Nitro from the Shack? Yes, I do remember.
Is that the only thing you remember from the last
That is
episode?
a 2-year-old callback. One person just tuned into your other episode recently last week and was like, "That's sick callback." Can you two smart people explain? And this might sound dumb, and I think I know the answer, but so it's pretty much always between Labor and Liberal for the election, right?
Pretty
Why
much,
does
yeah.
Clive put so much money? Because he's not going to win. Is there a reason for it?
Pop quiz, Lewis.
My theory is votes that go to him, if he loses, will end up with Liberals. So his strategy is to just take votes away from Labor because Liberals are nicer to him. Am I close?
You're on the money.
Yeah.
You explained what it took Kevin Rudd fucking 20 minutes to say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think a lot of the small parties are just a distraction for both Liberal or Labor, where they're like, oh, well, if we don't win, we'll give our share to fucking Labor or our share to Liberal. But I think there's more on the Liberal side of that because the Liberals are like a Liberal national coalition. Now again,
Yeah, because
like if you took only the Liberal votes, they would never win any election.
Can we
They
call
have to-
this video Luke Gets a Free Civics Class?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and still has to Google what civics means afterwards.
I'm red hot. I'm warmed up because I had a 40-minute argument on the tram with Keelan about how the voting system works, and I won.
What was the back and forward? Give me that.
We were arguing over how preferential voting works.
See, that argument with me is arguing what preference of sauce you do on your sausage.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I talk about voting. Like, we were stressed out. I had to apply for postal voting because I'm on tour on election day. I'm doing Canberra the night before the election. I am objectively the worst comedian to see the night before the election in Canberra.
You pumped?
You guys like, you guys pumped for the snags. All right. So I was watching The Bachelor the other day. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So I was saying that I like putting a couple of the nice, crazy little parties as my number one. Like I do the animal rights party as number one because I know, and then I'll put like Labor as number two or whatever. And I was saying that I know the animal rights party aren't going to win, but it will signal to maybe whoever does win that there's people who do care about animal rights and they might do something about it in their policy to win me over. So I think it's like a good little message to send to care about animals.
Yeah.
And Keelan was saying I was throwing my vote away.
I thought it worked like if you vote for the animal party and then they don't win, they have a preference that their vote goes to. Your vote goes to. So if the animal party is Liberal, you vote for them, it goes to Liberal in the end.
No, it's my preference. So if I put Labor 2 and Animal Party doesn't win, my vote goes to Labor.
But
is that right?
That's what our debate
this
was
is
about.
the problem with this system. Like,
No one understands.
you guys are nowhere the dumbest of the dumb in Australia, right? There's many IQ points lower than you guys. You know?
Did you just point to me? I was about to put up my hand, but thank you.
Saved him the energy.
Yeah. I was about to do the same.
Yeah, it is, but it's confusing. The problem with the system is I feel like it might be one of the better systems, but it's so confusing.
I know people who draw penises on their ballot paper.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Well, you can draw a penis as long as you
I've
fill
looked
out
at
the
a mirror.
numbers. Yeah. You can do both.
Right.
They
And it
actually
still
came
counts.
out on Twitter and said, look, if you have to draw a penis, please also write the numbers so your vote still counts.
No, I just mainly do the thing where whoever I want to vote for, I just grab the slip and I just mark it accordingly.
Oh, you do what you're told.
Or I just freestyle.
Isn't it? He's like the ideal.
But sometimes
he's the
I just
person that they
freestyle.
try to get through
Yeah.
to. This man.
But I just freestyle. Like someone hands me a pamphlet but then sometimes I go, nah, fuck you, 6, 5. I don't care. Like I'll just be like, I don't
that's
even.
so badass.
Yeah.
So you just switch the last two around.
Sometimes I'm just like, guys, you don't.
You know, man. Nice. Nice little
That's my
Mr.
viral
Beast
hit.
reference.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is my favorite
Wait,
YouTuber.
so Jordan, who's closer, Lewis or me?
No, Lewis is actually closer, but
I'm
just
not
for
100%
everybody
right.
listening, don't do what Lewis does, but he is correct. He can do it because he actually knows what he's doing. But I know that everybody else just puts up someone that actually could win the seat as their first preference. So I don't encourage it.
Right.
All right.
So if Animal Rights Party
But you're
actually
right. Like,
won
there's no chance in hell
Yeah.
that Kathleen from the Animal Rights Party is going to win.
Yeah.
Because even you probably look at a picture of her and you're like, it's getting hard to put the one next to that. You know?
Yeah, but I was gonna say you would feel like an idiot if they won, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe like society still needs to run. It's not all about animal rights.
No, I feel like it would be nice. I feel like
If they were running the country,
No, running a portion of it. A small little bit. Maybe there'd be no greyhound racing in some areas. That'd be cool.
yeah, okay. So inner regional New South Wales towns would improve, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dapto would be a great place to go with the kids.
I feel like if for just one term, just 4 years,
Yeah.
if the entire governmental system just were like, humans, do what you like, but don't do this to animals, we might come out a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think he's right. He's onto something here. I like this idea. I'm sick of human beings getting preferential treatment all the time. It's like there's 7 billion of us. You know, we can afford some more casualties.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, let's relax safety systems on train lines, but make sure those train lines don't go through natural reserves. So they'll derail, but they'll derail on a neighborhood instead of a reserve.
What are your
Gee, this man speaks to me. I really like his views, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. You know, like that. I do. I like it. I
Yeah.
like those thoughts, you know? I don't know. I don't know.
What are your
Go on.
thoughts? I'm just going to asking shit now that I don't understand. Sorry, mate. I'll take it from here.
Yeah,
What are your genuine thoughts like on the greens? Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Very bad thing. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hates in the comment for it, but
Right.
Oh, right.
originally...
Oh, he sat up. Okay. All
right,
he
now
needed
let's-
was... Guys, no, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
No, you can't do
He doesn't need
A black coffee to take down the greens.
I've never been more excited and sad in my life.
Jordan's going to have a heart attack and shit himself by the end of this episode. It's working. Undeniably, this method works.
That can't be safe. Look at that. It's just toxic waste. Like, these colours. Have you ever actually looked at V? It's like, it is. It's that nuclear waste green, isn't it? It's just like,
People
there
go
you
arrested.
go, it's 3 p.m.
But yeah, this is what my tradie brother drinks every day. He goes, I love blue V. I'm like, it's not blue. He goes, yeah, but the can is.
Yeah, but it's because you can't see it when they spill it on their high vis because it's also fluorescent yellow.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're crafty.
Yeah, so the greens.
All right. When Bob Brown set up the Greens,
lost me.
it was very good. It was basically just like Lewis just setting up a political party. That was it. It was just like, I'm sick of humans getting all the breaks. Let's build one koala hospital. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then through time, what happened is the scum of Canberra realised, oh, there's this viable party here and we want seats, but we're not talented enough to work our way through the two major parties. So we're going to co-opt this party, which is exactly what's happened now. And you look at the people that are in it, and you have people, sorry, it's going to get like dense here, but there's like people in it that are really sinister characters.
We are already quite dense, so this is very unfair.
At our level, yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's got the brand of being green.
But the people in it aren't.
But yeah,
Is that
there's
your
like
theory?
factions in it that control it now.
You didn't
that
see the
aren't,
billboard,
but it doesn't
man.
matter.
That guy looked like he did recycle sometimes.
The glasses guy?
Yeah, he looked like he knows which bin to use. Like, or it looks like he...
Yeah, I'm sure he does. He's a
Like-
college boy. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But
That's the other thing I hate about him. They're a leech.
Lewis,
Yeah?
I need affordable, Australian-owned, environmentally sustained package subscription underwear.
I've got a tip for you. What's that? What's that right there?
Nobby.
Oh, Nobby underwear.
Nobby.com.au is where I got these.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I was setting it up
Yeah.
to kind of start a natural conversation, but I actually knew that I already
We'll have a look over here.
'cause we're already
You know what
part
I've
of
got?
the Undie Club.
I've got an empty bag from you didn't give me a full one. I've got an empty bag from nobby.com.au, and it's empty because I took some underwear out and put it on my bum.
And
some Sex Panther trunks, nobby.com.au. And the best thing about Nobby,
Well, but there's
the
heaps.
best thing
Okay,
about
there's
Nobby.
heaps, but you try and name the best thing.
Okay, look, one of the best things, because I would say all of the things about them are the best, is you can get $5 off your first order by using our code SOUNDOFF.
It's $20 a month to get underwear to your doorstep. Is there anything
That's
more
the best thing about Nobby.
than you? Is there any? What do you want?
I'll tell you what
That's
I want. A brand new design every single month.
They
That's
do
the
that.
best thing about Nobby underwear.
That's what you get for being part of the Undie Club. Support the brands that support the show. Use code SOUNDOFF for $5 off your first order on the subscription, and I'd recommend it. Look at these, funky for audio listeners. Funky space donuts.
Now, that's
on these
the best thing
This
about
is an
Nobby
older
underwear.
pair, but
Yeah.
like they come out with a new design every month.
That's the best thing about Nobby underwear.
Yeah. Last month was very Australian themed. I liked it.
Oh, last month was the best thing about Nobby underwear.
Yeah. There's so many good things. Anyway, back to the episode.
So many best things.
Lewis.
What's the matter? What's wrong? What's wrong? No, he's crying. What happened?
My balls are hairy.
Oh, hang on. Wait. What are you
Please help.
I'm trying
Help.
to.
They're still hairy.
Yeah, shave them. Go to manscaped.com. Buy a lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, thank God. All right, I'll do that.
Ask me why I'm crying.
Why are you crying?
I'm thinking about your balls and how beautiful they'll look. And it just brought me to tears. And you know what's really good about Manscaped? Manscaped.com/soundoff. You can use that custom URL for 20% off and free shipping.
Oh, he's crying. He can't even talk. Yes, go to manscaped.com. Use our customs code SOUNDOFF. 20% off free shipping.
Yeah.
For the Lawnmower 4.0, it also comes with a bunch of other products, and that's the best ball groomer in the game. and I'm happy again. Hey, Lewis, why are you still crying?
I'm going to have braces soon.
Oh, that's unrelated. They can't fix that, but they can fix your balls. Go to manscaped.com.
Here's my theory on politicians in general. You shouldn't like any of them. Shouldn't like any of them. I think that this is crazy in America where they're like, I'm a Democrat. And they celebrate. I don't think you should ever celebrate when someone gets elected. You should go, all right, I liked your ideas best, but if you fuck it up, you're a loser. And I will say so. You should never celebrate when anyone wins an election, or you should never be excited. You should say, all right, now do your job or else.
All right. So your philosophy is just no fun ever.
For politicians, no. They're there to do a job, and that's it. They don't get fun. You're there for 4 years, maybe 8. You don't get a holiday. You know.
I just don't understand. Why is everyone so harsh on politicians? Like anyone else?
Because of their thoughts and actions.
Huh?
Because of their thoughts and actions.
But it is a job, though.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just need to, have a day off. Like, we were in a bar the other
during
night.
the bushfires.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or during a pandemic.
It was tough.
Yeah.
No, we all had a break during the pandemic, and Scott Morrison was no exception. Yeah. All right. Do you reckon they were all on JobKeeper? Actually,
The politicians? No. Well, I mean, I suppose they are because they're like public servants.
They're permanently on
that's
JobKeeper.
true.
Didn't they give
income
themselves a raise during it?
They don't lose their job. Because there's a pandemic on.
I just thought everyone was on JobKeeper, but I guess I hang out in pretty unemployed circles. For some reason, in my brain, everyone was on JobKeeper.
Yeah.
Because
we were young people, so everyone was on JobKeeper.
We're like live streaming and we're just everyone's giving us cash just to go live on YouTube. Like I've never had this much disposable income in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Oh yeah, I guess they weren't.
God, yeah.
Yep.
I know that feeling.
Having disposable income?
Having disposable friends.
What?
You know those people? I know those people that were just like, I have never made $750 in my week. And I was like, wow, you are doing way rougher than I thought.
Man, you guys think we had it good as comedians? My rapper friends have made the most money they've ever made in their fucking lives because their fans are unemployed all the time, right? And they still support. They find ways to make money to support. But then all of a sudden, they were unemployed and were getting like JobKeeper and JobSeeker. So they were the richest poor people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And they loved their Oz rap.
Yeah.
Never in any rapper's life have they sold more T-shirts
Really?
to toothless fans than during JobSeeker. It's true.
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought that during the pandemic. I was like, man, people are just really paying for entertainment all of a sudden.
It was,
I guess because there's nothing else to do inside.
Yeah, it was good, and I think we should go back to that. Bring on another pandemic.
Guys, round 4, 3?
Yeah.
What are we up to? I missed one. 7. Oh.
Round 7.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
Gee, this state's a police state,
How was it? Did you do the big one, obviously, in New South Wales?
No, because we got a Liberal government. So they were just like, you know what's more important than people's health? Harvey Norman being able to sell couches. And so they just kept it open.
Yeah.
And everyone got sick and died.
How's the new couch? At least they can die in there.
It's just like new dictator stopping me from dying and not killing my grandma. He's fucked. It's just like, dude.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
So they can die in their nice new couch from Harvey Norman. So there's always a
Well,
silver
yeah,
lining.
no, actually, yeah, you guys had it worse.
Yeah.
I escaped to Tasmania.
Yeah, we left.
Really?
I
was
moved to
away
Tasmania for like 3 months. Luke was on just running away. Luke lived
I was on
nowhere.
tour of like July to November. I just didn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Holy hell!
It was
Yeah.
You live
horrible.
like Thailand drug runner lives.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the loophole where I went to Darwin because there was like that thing open on the first day of this lockdown. Me and my girlfriend flew to Darwin and did voluntary like quarantine. And then we were only in there for 10 days because Melbourne came out of a lockdown. So then Darwin were like, you can just go. And I was like, oh, that's not how the virus works. The virus isn't like, oh, Melbourne's out of lockdown.
I remember Luke called me and goes, they're letting us out of quarantine. They really, really shouldn't.
I was like, I'm happy to, but this is so weird. Yeah, and then we just went to Darwin, Perth, Queensland, Adelaide, everywhere that COVID wasn't. Tassie, met them in Tassie because he became a permanent
I was there for 3
resident.
months. I leased a home in Tasmania that I only finished paying for like last month. I got a 6-month lease in Hobart to escape the hell of Melbourne because I was so sad.
oh my god,
It was fucked.
You know what though? Like spiritually, you should resign in Tasmania.
I loved it. I
You
went
look like
back
you'd be
there
very
recently.
good at logging in the 1800s.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It's just like don't you reckon? Like that man deserves to live in a log cabin in the woods and like shoot possums and shit for dinner.
Yeah, if you wore more red flannels, yes.
Yeah, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
So I reckon you would dig Tasmania,
Yeah.
whereas I go there every time.
You're
and I'm just like,
you're
dude,
literally
can we get
talking about my dad.
I was
right
about to
now.
say, like,
that's my dad.
If
that you're
he
talking
more
about.
more like red flannels, that's just his dad.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
So Lewis's dad just looks like a shriveled testicle version of Lewis.
With dreadlocks.
Yes.
That's my dad.
It is.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I don't know why I showed you. I should have showed the camera. I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Look at that,
I've
Luke.
seen
Have you
his
ever
dad."
seen Lewis's dad?
You're just talking
I've-
about my dad. Like
I've
he
seen a
wants
No,
lot
look
of
at it
Lewis's
again.
dad.
Wow.
Yeah, he wants to live in a log cabin for sure.
Why does it
So,
say?
so you were happier there.
Oh, 100%. I'm happier here now, but living in a 200-year-old home with rats was better than going through lockdown in
Hobart
Frankston.
is so old. Like we
Yeah.
stayed in this Airbnb and
Yeah.
the plumbing just didn't work. Like, and we just left the Airbnb. We're like, we're not going to stay anymore because we can't shit.
Yes.
Like that's 50% of the reason why you get an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Is so you have somewhere to poo.
Tasmania literally just recently admitted that Aboriginals did live there.
Really?
That's how slow it is. They also only legalized gay marriage in like very recently.
really?
Yeah, like
I thought the whole
last.
country did it.
But no,
No, they were last.
no, they were
By a
last
mile.
by a long time. But they legalized gay women first. Yeah, they were like, oh, it's kind of hot when chicks do it. So for now,
Yep.
but no bloody poofs yet. Just women because it's sick.
That's so
And we never had Aboriginals here ever, by the way.
hard cut to Lewis 2 minutes ago going, I love Tasmania. I was
yeah.
thriving there.
Yeah, look, there was a lot of dark history that I had to ignore.
The place is dark. It reminds me of, I've never been, and it reminds me of Britain.
Yeah,
Like I was walking around,
Yeah,
I was like,
it
I
is.
feel like I'm in Europe.
That's what it is.
It's hilly and it's cold, and my feet get wet, and I don't like it.
Yeah. We
Bunch
were,
of fishermen with that kind of, that old timey yellow hat and yellow, like
yeah.
The place
That's like-
smells like fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I guess because of all the fishing.
Yeah.
maybe.
Probably.
We were
Working
talking
theory.
outside of our house, me and my friend Grilly, who's a rapper who lives there.
He has a face of Tassie on his face.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he has a face tattoo of Tasmania on his
Because
face.
he wrote the line in prison. I'm the face of Tassie. I got Tassie on my face. Called Lewis, went, this line's so sick. Is it good enough to get a face tattoo?
I was like,
And Lewis went, absolutely.
yeah. And he goes, anyway, man, my 15 minutes is up. Love you, bye. And then I didn't talk to him for 3 months. But
Dude, after that, did he ring up and just be like, kind of regretting that, to be honest? Or...
It actually looks sick.
it was really good. Yeah. But he was outside. We were outside my house talking, and this old guy comes out to complain about the noise. And then he goes, "Excuse me." Grilly turns around, and then he just goes, "Have a nice night." It goes back in his house. That's like we're in like a rich wanky area. It was the only place that I could get a house. But it was an experience.
Yeah, I'm glad you had that experience actually. And you're right. There is something really dark about that state.
Oh yeah.
It feels. There's a reason that a penal colony set up Tasmania as a penal colony.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
A prison inside a prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fucked.
And I've
Can you
been
imagine
to that
being
prison.
those convicts? Like,
Yeah.
how ostracized must you feel? Like, you are not welcome in the Northern Hemisphere. Down you go, and you are not welcome on this continent that's just been established of convicts. We don't like you.
Yeah. It's the Guantanamo Bay of Australia.
Yeah.
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 You go there and Justin Bieber's just playing on a loop. You're like, God, this sucks.
In the 1800s.
Yeah. Dude, Ludacris was slapping hard back then.
Oh, absolutely. That's when he was last relevant.
Yeah.
Thank
Why
God
does
you
it
guys know him.
Ludacris?
I don't know. It's just all my Gen Z stuff when I bring up Ludacris. It's just this blank face, and I'm just like, you people don't know good music.
Yeah, no, I just enjoy the Fast and Furious franchise.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, to me, Ludacris is an actor. That's wild.
I was talking about this. I think that rappers who have fallen off have the best careers in entertainment. Like rappers who have fallen off as rappers have the most fun.
Because they can just start a juice company or something.
They do whatever they look at 50 Cent. Like he's not really doing rap anymore,
What
but
does he
he's
do?
well, whatever the fuck he wants. You know, look at Ludacris. He doesn't really do music anymore. I bet he's having a lot more fun than like Kendrick Lamar. You know, who does music currently.
Yeah, I guess.
Really, because I was just thinking about his life now, and I imagine that he's sitting on a couch like this watching Storage Wars.
Which is so much more fun.
It is, actually,
than
yeah.
trying to come up with the next album that's going to change.
Way to go out of
culture.
your way and just prove Lewis's point there.
Yeah. Like I would much rather watch Storage Wars than write a better album than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Kanye can't really top that.
I was going to say, did you think Kendrick Lamar wrote that album?
No, I'm just talking about rappers that are currently
Yeah.
on. It seems stressful.
Kanye's just flip-flopping in relevance.
Looks stressed.
Yeah. Dude, he's the
stressed.
definition of stress.
That man is very stressed.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like 40 is like, you know what? I need bleach blonde hair. Stressed.
People at the show have been asking, so Tyler is intern Tyler. People
for now.
Right. People at the show keep coming up to me going, oh my God, like, Tyler, I can't believe you do this all for free.
Yeah. I met a dude last night. He was so nice. He was like, "Oh, hey, Tyler, good to see you." I was like, "Hey, man." And he goes, "So, are you really an intern?" And I was like, "I do get paid."
It's really like shows what people think about us.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, we actually don't pay this guy. Guys, he is being paid. This is a comedy podcast.
Temporarily. for
However,
now, if he behaves.
this conversation is shattering the illusion of that. When you have to explain 3-month-long in-jokes that clearly no one has got.
But that really says something to how good our show
But
must
that's
be.
what he said. He goes, oh, you guys just say it and don't laugh. So I don't think it's a joke. And I'm like, it wouldn't be a good bit if we were like, hey, intern Tyler.
Every time.
I think that says something towards the quality of our show, though, because that guy is still a fan despite knowing that we're using slave labor. Yeah, he's like, well, I've got an iPhone.
He was wearing
so-
merch, so he's like, I'm still going to support this.
Before you boys reply with your final response to the Editors Union, I want you to know that I have been considering applying for a new position somewhere else.
Okay, whereabouts?
Hey, Jordan, were you thinking of starting any teams in Melbourne? Because
Careful, man. He's a union member. You don't want to infect
I'd
your
love
team.
to apply. I'd love to apply for your editing team in Melbourne if that's the thing that you could work on.
Or at least, he could fill an alarm clock role.
Yeah. Luke and Lewis, if you could plug your ears with your fingers and go la 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 while Jordan answers, thank you.
Yeah, mate. When there's a position available, I'll let you know about that. That'll be great. Thanks a lot.
All right, sick, awesome. All right, you guys can now give
The
us your
standard
answer.
response, surely you guys get that all the time.
Yeah.
Someone being like,
I've been watching you since 15. Can I have a job?
I don't know if that's a qualification. You watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, here, that is a qualification.
Yeah, that is.
that is.
That's about
Yeah.
70% of our last hires.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're familiar with the platform we're on.
Yeah.
Have a job.
Tyler, you had like no skills almost when we hired you.
I was partially brain dead when you hired me.
Yeah. So that's actually, you know, above and beyond is watching the channel is sometimes a bit too much experience. You're a bit overqualified, don't you think? I'll pick up a guy who listens to the radio sometimes.
Sorry, I just tuned out there, guys.
That's all right. Do you have any
going?
energy drinks for
That's
Luke?
amazing because you were talking about the future of your company.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know.
you drifted away.
Yeah.
So-
boy.
Last time we had you on, you were trying to come up with you were saying the perfect formula is like 5 or 6 videos a week. You were trying to hit that. I'm seeing now, looks like you're almost doing that pretty much, but now you've also launched like a written version of your videos, like articles that are like not funny, just sources and just the facts. That's what you're calling it, the facts.
And you're starting to make sense why there's a bunch of offended 40-year-olds at my shows now.
So
Like they're just reading the articles, aren't they? And just being like,
Right, but what
what's
do
the
you-
man behind the word?
Do they just get offended by your opinion? Is that it? It's not a jokes you do, right? Or are they actually offended by like
there are a
you-
couple
You're
of
asking the wrong
spicy
man.
jokes.
I don't know. Is it an edgy show?
There are a couple
think
spicy
it
jokes
is,
in
yeah.
there. Yeah,
I think
okay.
so.
I'd say so. It was funny. Like,
Okay.
it to me, it was like, you know, very serious couple of sentences, obscene, absurd joke, and then a Simpsons voice.
Wow, that's
It's
the.
a video. That's
Cannot
it.
wait for the age review because that
Yeah.
was all I needed to hear.
Yeah. You know, I'm
Don't,
dumbing it
don't
down,
bother.
but-
Cancel your media night because that really summed it up perfectly. Quote that on a poster.
Yeah.
A couple of sentences.
can't sum it up.
Obscene joke followed by a Simpsons joke.
Oh, and a book recommendation.
Perfect.
Two. That's amazing though. Like you actually do have a talent, Lewis, for you know,
Dumbing
being
shit down.
offensively simplistic.
Like, that hurt your feelings a little bit, but you're like, I can't say it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is my whole thing. Offensively simple.
What am I? God, if you're offensively simplistic, I'm just
Just simple.
simplistic.
So, what was the reason for starting like a written version of what you do? Is it just to put more stuff out there, or are you trying to
I'm
attract
telling
a
you, it's
different
for
audience?
the mums.
Yeah.
It's for the mums that refuse to watch my videos because they hate me just randomly coming on in a wig and jacking off, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know, in the middle of like we're talking politics here.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably like maybe
preaching to the choir.
maybe the most consistent criticism of people who wouldn't otherwise like you, of like, oh, I like what he thinks and I like what he stands for, but the silly dresses are just not for me. You know, like they're too serious to enjoy what you do. So I guess there is a giant market of boring cunts that you are yet to capture.
Yeah. True.
Boring,
Offensively simplistic once
self-important
again.
cunts that work at like what's your guys' version of Roads and Maritime? Is it called Roads and Maritime here?
I don't know what
I don't
that
know
is.
what that is.
Where do you go to get your license?
Vic Roads.
Yeah, Vic Roads.
Oh yeah, because you just don't have maritime, do you? It's like barely any ocean in this state.
Yeah.
Oh, true. You guys have a harbour, so is that the same building? You guys have boats and cars.
Hey,
and,
that's two
Isn't that
different
amazing?
buildings.
There's just that many boats.
and
in
it's
New
called
South Wales.
Roads and Maritime.
Yeah.
Not just New South Wales Roads and Maritime.
It's got the flower there to remind you what state you're in.
Yeah, not even NSW was too much.
But it's those people, like that is the
Yeah.
that is the bane of my existence, is
Yeah.
those human beings being like, I like his serious stuff. Well, did you know that there are 50 newspapers in this country? Ooh. Isn't that a fucking amazing fact?
You see, that's wild. Your audience is like people that have jobs.
Yeah. That's crazy. Not jobs, careers.
Yes, career jobs.
Yeah.
Every night, like front row. What do you do with yourself? KFC. Oh, cool. Last night, hey, where'd you guys meet? School. Oh, yeah? What are you doing now? No, still at school. Ah, school holidays are on. So what do you want to do after school? I don't know. Thanks for sitting at the front, brother. I appreciate that.
Is your show just called Small Talk with Lou?
Dude, the first
No,
thing,
but it should be.
I walked out on stage last night, looked at the front row. First thing I said in the microphone was, "What? This isn't the fucking Wiggles." And then it just erupted the room because everyone else had just seen what was happening in the front row.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I wasn't allowed to go see comedy. Or at least I probably was. I never asked.
I saw comedy when I was
you were
like 14,
16?
15. Yep, every year with Mum, I go
But
to
like
comedy
clean
festival.
comedy, like Frank
At
Woodley.
the start, yeah, but then
Leno
we
and
started
Woodley, though.
seeing some fuck shows. Yeah, I saw Leno and Woodley, but then I saw like Jason Byrne as well, and it was like so not appropriate.
Yeah, right. I just don't understand it. Because I watch them watch the jokes.
Yeah.
And like I have like 6 minutes about Triple M in my show.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm pretty sure my dad said that word before.
I've drank that from 7-Eleven. What are the two other M's for?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Tuesday morning. Fuck yeah.
Jordan, where can people find you? What are you working on?
It's a Thursday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's
Close enough.
Before he was like, what's the day? Friday? I'm like, brother.
Mate, are you going to plug your fucking shows so we can end
Oh
this?
yeah, sorry, yeah. Go see Friendlyjordies Rome. What's it called?